This canine relationship has the potential to be one of the most meaningful partnerships we will ever know. It is unlike anything else in this world, an honest and vulnerable friendship that invites us to exchange our own natural innocence, playfulness, and affection with another in ways not generally available in our relationships with other people. But as in all relationships, there is more to success and harmony over the long haul than just an emotional connection. There are certain natures, needs, desires, and expectations that a person and a dog each bring to the table. And there's a lot more to the story than the warm, fuzzy feelings of love at first sight. If you're like most dog owners out there, you've come face to face with this reality somewhere along the way. When the honeymoon is over, you discover that a happy life with your four-legged partner may be a little more complicated than you had anticipated. But don't panic. Dogs are more forgiving than most people, and are almost always ready and willing to cooperate as soon as some reasonable expectations can be established in the relationship, which might be more than you can say for your ex. When trouble arises in canine paradise, it's often because we as owners have lost sight of, or never knew about, certain critical factors that affect our dog. It's far too easy to get caught up in the romantic notion of the perfect companion, holding every dog to a single black and white standard of our imagined ideal. In reality, of course, there is no such thing as a good or bad dog, any more than there is a good or bad human partner. What it comes down to is largely just compatibility between two creatures' basic natures, needs, and circumstances. Getting exasperated about all the stuff we don't like about our friend, taking it personally and trying to change him according to our fixed standard, is simply a waste of time. Though well-intentioned, our habit of treating every dog generically according to our concept of what a good dog is, while disregarding their inherent differences, may pave the way to some seriously undesirable ends. For Rebecca and her dog Dexter, the bump in the road of their love story came when she moved into her new mountain home. 2 years earlier, when she decided to purchase a Wheaton Terrier puppy from a breeder, she knew she was getting a highly active and intelligent dog. She was up for the challenge and raised her wickedly adorable little pup from the age of 8 weeks old on her family farm in Tennessee. They spent their days together hanging about in barns and fields. She made sure he had the best food, health care, and provisions from day one. It was a fairy tale, and they were on track for a happily ever after future. And then life happened. When Dexter was 2 years old, a family member of Rebecca's who was having health issues needed some support. So Rebecca and Dexter left the farm and set down new roots. They settled into a little cabin in the woods near Asheville, North Carolina. After just 3 weeks in the new house, Rebecca found herself at the veterinarian's office asking about the possibility of Prozac for a suddenly psycho dog who had gone completely bonkers, literally spending his entire day barking and scratching at my walls. What on earth is wrong with him? She feared that the recent move had triggered some latent genetic abnormality, an obsessive-compulsive disorder that caused him to endlessly run along her walls, digging, yipping, and frothing at the mouth. She wondered about a neurotic, shadow-chasing behavior she had read about online. Did Dexter have that condition? Things were coming to a head very quickly, and the looming cloud over their once-perfect relationship showed no signs of clearing. Rebecca reported that Dexter hadn't eaten in 48 hours, and neither of them had slept in days. Dexter had no interest in going for a walk, other than to relieve himself, dragging her back to the house to scamper violently along the walls once again. He wouldn't play ball. He refused her affection. The once perfect pair was in deep trouble. Rebecca asked her vet for a diagnosis and a prescription to help her friend. Instead, she was given my phone number. Her vet suggested she consult with a qualified dog behavior consultant before putting him on any medication, just to make sure they weren't missing anything. As I sat on Rebecca's sofa in her lovely new cabin and observed Dexter's curious behavior, I had an instant suspicion. Though Dexter did look a little nuts while he was doing it, his behavior seemed perfectly